Hello students. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of geometry, the study of shapes, sizes, and the space around us. It's amazing how this branch of math helps us understand the world. First off, did you know that the word geometry comes from the Greek words geo, meaning earth, and metron, meaning measure? Now let's meet a famous mathematician named Euclid, who is often called the father of geometry. He showed us how to use logic and reasoning to prove mathematical ideas. The kind of geometry we usually learn in school, like working with flat shapes, is called Euclidean geometry. But there's another type, called non-Euclidean geometry, which deals with curved spaces like spheres. For instance, in spherical geometry, straight lines don't really exist. So, what are the building blocks of geometry? Let's go over some important ideas. First, a point has no size, it's just a location. Second, a line extends endlessly in both directions. Third, a straight line connects points without bending. Fourth, a surface has length and width but no thickness. Fifth, a plane surface is flat, like a sheet of paper, and you can draw straight lines on it. Next, let's talk about axioms, which are statements we accept as true without needing to prove them. And postulates, which are specific rules for geometry. Euclid gave us some important axioms. Equality principle: if two things are both equal to a third thing, they are equal to each other. Addition principle: adding the same thing to two equal things keeps them equal. Subtraction principle: subtracting the same thing from two equal things keeps them equal too. Doubling principle: if two entities are each double of the same entities, then they are equal to each other. Halving principle: if two entities are each half of the same entities, then they are equal to each other. Whole is greater principle: the whole entity is greater than any of its parts. If A is greater than B, then there exists entity C such that A is equal to the sum of B and C. Coincidence principle: entities that exactly overlap or coincide with each other are equal. Euclid also came up with 5 postulates. First, any 2 points can be connected by a straight line. You can draw a straight line from one point to another. Second, a line with an endpoint can go on forever. If you have a line segment, you can keep extending it forever to make a longer line. Third, you can draw a circle with any center, O, and radius, R. Fourth, all right angles are always equal to each other. Fifth, if a line intersects 2 other lines and the angles on one side add up to less than a right angle, those lines will eventually meet on that side. Sixth, concurrent lines are 2 or more lines that come together at one common point on a flat surface in a plane. The point where these lines meet is called the point of concurrency. This may seem simple, but they're the foundation of all geometry. Now, let's talk about angles, another key part of geometry. You've probably heard about complementary angles, which add up to 90 degrees, and supplementary angles, which add up to 180 degrees. When 2 lines cross, they form pairs of adjacent angles, and these angles form a linear pair that always adds up to 180 degrees. Speaking of lines, have you ever seen a transversal? It's a line that crosses 2 or more other lines. When it crosses parallel lines, some relationships between angles appear, like corresponding angles, which are always equal, and alternate interior angles, which are equal as well. Now, here's a question FLRU. What do we call the angles that add up to 90 degrees? Drop your answers in the comments. The complete curriculum for Class 9 is available on our channel. Check out all the links provided in the description below. Please make sure to like, share, and comment for more such videos.